Hey, I'm Nate. I upload a new video every single day talking about business and marketing and product design and just getting through life. And today we're just gonna probably do a quick book review. By quick, it's probably, terrible. I don't know the name of the book. I don't know the author. And I don't want to look it up right now because I want to get a video done really fast. Again, tonight my wife's out of town. I got to take care of the kid tonight and the 3 animals, and I had to chaperone a kid's play today. There's a lot of stuff going on. The link below is to all the book and the author and that good stuff. The book is about dopamine, the chemical in our brain that a lot of us, I think, know dopamine and its relation to, say, gambling. Dopamine is the thing that keeps us like gambling and doing things like slot machines because of that unpredictable nature of the win. But it sounds like dopamine is a lot more important than just relegating it to like gambling, according to this author. It's an important neurochemical neurotransmitter, chemical of neuro. Yeah. Dopamine plays an important role in our psychology. Dopamine, epinephrine, neopinephrine, Nepinephrine? We'll call it adrenaline. There's other chemicals in our brain, but dopamine is the thing that plays out and encourages us to think about the future and trying to get more and trying to do more outside of ourselves and the stuff that we have just right here. It motivates us to go find sex and love and creativity and even politics. It may drive like how we feel if we're liberal or conservative, etc. It's a really interesting book, and it points and pokes some holes at things I think are going to make some people feel a little uncomfortable. There's a story in there about a guy who's on a boat. Everything just goes south. Things are really bad. The steering wheel comes off the boat. Basically, they're rudderless. They don't know how to steer. Immediately, the guy starts panicking. He's thinking he's going to just jump off the boat and hopefully he can swim to shore. He realizes he's panicking and this is a terrible idea and he's probably going to die if he jumps out of the boat. So he starts planning. He starts planning with another couple people on the boat how to survive. And so instead of panicking, they made it and they survived. They were able to figure out the right way to kind of direct the ship with their feet to control the rudder without the steering wheel and all this other stuff to survive and get through this. They didn't die, because if they did it, maybe I wouldn't even be telling you the story. But when you analyze kind of what happened chemically, the panic is the adrenaline. The panic is when that fight or flight response kicks in, and it's the adrenaline that's just like, get out of here, jump off the boat. And you start thinking maybe not the clearest. The dopamine is the planning part. The dopamine is the thing that suppresses the adrenaline. So when this person started kind of planning their survival in the future and wanting to get out of this, wanting to see another day, that is the dopamine response. When you hear about this person getting off the boat, and they survived, they got to shore, then they start crying and they start shaking. That's the adrenaline. What you see is this kind of balance between different systems in your brain. And I think about this when I think about the stuff that we do that feels dangerous or scary. Like when we're afraid, whether it's being in front of this camera or talking on stage to hundreds of thousands of people or whatever, starting a business, a lot of us become afraid. And we feel panic set in and we feel butterflies in our stomach. That's adrenaline. The advice a lot of people give other people about something like stage fright. Just imagine everybody's in their underwear. I don't know anyone who has felt like this was a successful strategy. But what I think might be more successful, and it's something that I do kind of just in general, is just visualization of the future. Try to visualize like what the future looks like successfully. What plans are going to get me to tomorrow and the next day and the next year and the next couple of years. I wonder if instead of envisioning people naked, it would be more worth your time to sit and just kind of meditate on what the future looks like. What the future looks like even after you get done with this speech. What the future looks like once your event is over and you're going to start meeting people. What are you going to do with the contacts you meet at this place? Imagine what happens next week when the event is completely done and you feel good that you're not on stage anymore. Imagine what happens with the opportunities you're given now because you did this conference or event or whatever. You decided to start a vlog or whatever. And I wonder if that causes a dopamine response that suppresses those panicky feelings that you're feeling when you get on stage. I'm not a scientist, I haven't done this research, but dopamine is a very interesting thing to kind of understand and pursue, and how it causes havoc and how it causes strengths. Check out the book. I didn't realize it would be such an entertaining read to just read about dopamine. I'll see you tomorrow.